and I have selected inner carcass. You know, among the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ, there were some inner carcass, the inner of the inner, the holy of the holies. You know, apart from the general 12, I have the inner carcass. Selected maybe a handful that we will probably carry on the friendship after justice for Mohbad, beyond justice for Mohbad. Okay? Ogún ọmọdún ò lè ṣeré fún ogún ọdún. And there are some things I made Comfy understand. Hold on 1 second. Let me mute and blow my nose. Hold on, guys. Here's my mute button. There were some few things. Please, I might do that periodically. This our weather is it's not weathering. There were some few things I made Comfy to understand when Wumi's people were coming to my platform way back in the past. I am not on Justice for Mohbad to make enemies. Neither am I on Justice for Mohbad to make friends. I am on Justice for Mohbad to contribute my own quota. The best way I know how. And whatsoever I lay my hands on, I give it my all. And in Justice for Mohbad, I am giving it my all. I will continue to support Justice for Mohbad. Justice for Mohbad. I have remained resolute on Justice for Mohbad. Only. I owe nobody no explanation of what I do, how I do it. If you don't like my way, do it your own way. I hardly complain about people or how you do your things. I know, I say it all the time, we have primary school dropout, primary school dropout, all the way to PhD holder, and everybody in between. Our level of reasoning and level of communication, assimilation, dissemination can never be the same. Never. And I am not a good teacher. Me only same thing repeating myself. I get frustrated. And I hardly designate. I hardly do. The reason is because when I want it done in a certain way, I do it myself. Reason you will see me go to the site. I will be there morning till night with them. I wasn't supposed to be there. I am not required to be there. I have outsourced it to the contractor. But Motushima Wambe Shani Mama say, show me this, show me that. I will take the roller. I will be painting. I was so proud of myself and asked, look where I should actually take pictures. Look where I painted by myself. They will be telling me this is how you paint the edge so it will not sip over. You know, I think I learned one or two things. We are about to start putting the backsplashes now, you know. So things like that, I don't designate, I do myself, okay, to ensure it's done correctly. But you can't be everywhere all the time. So I will have to be at the mercy of some certain people. John Tori alone, Sammyjojo, the journal, Mama Losi be bye. Jonah, I have to beg. Because it's a married man with 2 kids. I cannot imagine somebody calling my own husband. Waloshele, Waloshele. I don't command. I beg, I plead, I negotiate. Okay, me, the long since you. Oh, my 2 hours, skin to lay low. Okay, fine. That's no problem. We reach a compromise. When I have my team, the only thing is I am the one that comes live. I am not the leader of the team. I am not the leader of the team. I am just the one that comes to live to talk. I wasn't the leader. I am not the leader. I'm still not the leader. Okay? We talk. We all talk. We deliberate. And we get the better submission, and we carry out what we think, that idea is good, this idea is good, but this is better. Or you know what, idea ain't good, but about to sheba income, we modify. So I can never be the one to say, I take Emiloshe. I can say Emiloshe standing for the group, but I cannot say Emiloshe. We collabo ni. And people collabo, some people even come financially, some people come with ideas, brilliant ideas. Okay? So that is that on that. When it comes to speaking the truth in justice for Mohbad and standing tall with no shaky, go here today, go here, fisibi fisong. I'll give myself the credit. It means come on, no more. We look pa Mohbad. Nobody can take it away from me. When they said she refused to speak, I said she has the right to not talk. She doesn't, because of her Miranda rights. Emilo Kokoso. When they said Baba is not looking for justice, 2023, our competition, Emilo competition, Timoniki Baba lo sign, Talosoro Buki Jesse. Talosoro. Not a Buki Jesse. Here you go. Okay. Don't play. Tí gbogbo èèyàn gbé ogun tì mí. Listen, if you have people that are supporting you, èrò tó bá lérò lẹ́yìn ẹ̀, know that you are not doing the right thing. When you have a lot of critiques, I have been advised, I have been told, and I know that is when you are actually doing the right thing. So she has enemies, all her enemies, to hell with all my enemies. Let dìde ogun, no bá fẹ́ dìde ogun.
Supreme.
What? Kí ló dé?
Ṣé wà ẹ káàárọ̀ ṣé wà pa? So èmi náà ń sìn, I'm doing the right thing nìyẹn now. Because I have ẹni sùúrù.
Àwọn ọ̀tá ẹ̀ máa dìde ogun. Ọgbọ́gbọ́n wa máa Red Sea máa mi gbogbo. Allow them to come against me.
Supreme. So definitely, èmi sìn, because I have plenty enemy on this TikTok. Mi ìdẹ̀mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo ṣe, mi ìgbàyàwó anybody, mi ò fàdíyà.
Sammyjojo, can you allow the people to fire that place? Don't be Don't be distracted.
Àwọn wo ni enemy? Abesa is not an enemy to me. We disagree. The only enemy tí mo ní ni Temi and Temi's platform. Comfy is not an enemy. Comfy fún mi jẹ́ mo fún jẹ́ padà. Adẹ̀parí ẹ̀ síbẹ̀. She is not an enemy to me. If Comfy and I Mama phone number Kofi. I ask Kofi questions. I sent Kofi to Bukky Jesse. Fami ba Bukky Jesse sọ̀rọ̀. Mo need information bye. Tatu ni enemy. Chairman is not my enemy. Àwọn wo ni enemy mi tí wọ́n ń pariwo yẹ àwọn ọ̀tẹ̀ ò fẹ́ káwọn ọ̀tẹ̀ ṣé àwọn kò ní bàjẹ́ ṣé àwọn yẹn ṣé èèyàn làwọn yẹn ni. Can people please unleash the enemies to me? Let them come. They will come in one way. They will flee in seven. Unleash the enemies. Ṣé Adéníkẹ́ tó dénjọ́ kan tó kàn gbéranjọ́ kan for nowhere tó dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ kan níjọ́ kan and we dished it out is gone. Mi ò ṣe IT guy. IT guy is not an enemy to me. IT guy, I can see him tomorrow on any platform. Tí ọ̀rọ̀ wa bá tún wà á tún kíra á tún lọ nìyẹn. Àwọn àtẹnu máa ń jà but they can choose to be an enemy to me. I don't see them as enemies. I don't see them as enemies. I'm not àárín oṣù àtàjẹ́ ni mo gbé dàgbà tí mo fi kúrò Nàìjíríà wọ́n rí nǹkan kan ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ mi. If the worst come to the worst, mi ò ní ṣe TikTok mọ́. Àárín oṣù àtàjẹ́ ni mo gbé dàgbà. I don't like people threatening me and gagging me and thinking they did me a huge favor. I don't like it. Everybody gbéra látorí everybody's platform ni. Everybody gbéra látorí everybody's platform ni now. Irú accolade wo ló yẹ kí n fún Tẹ́ni Ọmọlógo? I have to reverence her for the rest of my life. Kí ló ṣe fún mi? Mo lọ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí panel ẹ̀ as talker. Mo lọ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí panel ẹ̀. So therefore, I owe my entire life to somebody. I don't have a discerning spirit of my own. I just do not get it. I don't get it. What's going on? Tó yẹ pé jẹ́ kí n sùn kí n họrun délẹ̀délẹ̀. Màmá gba call, jọ̀ọ́ má respond o, don't respond o. Why tó yẹ ṣe jẹ́ kí n sùn? Allow me to sleep. Allow me to do my things. I don't gang fight. The enemy of my enemy is not my enemy. I don't gang fight. When the people were saying, why is Moshemba Abefe sọ̀rọ̀? Why is Moshemba Osha sọ̀rọ̀? They are not my enemies. Osha wrote an article against me on Facebook. Ìgbà tí mo rí mo ní does not represent me. Only blogger lòun. She's not an enemy to me. MFM is not an enemy to me. IT guy is not my enemy. And the guy is not my enemy. They can choose to be, take me as their own enemy. I can't control what other people do. I can only control me. People say, in as much as it lies in your hands, be at peace with all men. They are not my enemy. Are they doing that? Just came here. I gave it to her. I blocked her before on my platform. I muted her. She drives me crazy most of the time. She is not an enemy. We do not have to agree all the time. And I am not subjected to anybody. I cannot be under anybody's duress. I am an individual and I can speak. I have a mind of my own. And because Emi àti Papariano ma agree, it's not because I agree with him. It's because what I believe in is what he is talking about. And we tend to align together. We tend to align. And I've said this many times on his platform. Gbogbo ìgbà tí Sẹ̀lẹ̀ came against me, Sẹ̀lẹ̀ came against me. Ìgbà tásìkò tó tí mo fẹ́ dá Sẹ̀lẹ̀ lóhùn, mo dá Sẹ̀lẹ̀ lóhùn. Bossman came against me. She made Baba cry. Ìgbà tásìkò tó mo fẹ́ dá lóhùn. I give people long rope. Sometimes you think some people, mo ń ṣe ìfẹ́ èèyàn kan. No. We just align because we agree on the same line. When that man, mo ti gbàgbé orúkọ ẹ̀ ní country yẹn, tí wọ́n sọ pé ó bẹ́yàn 400 people sùn. When Abefe put out a post, I agree with her post 100%. So on that topic, we agreed. When people were bashing Sammyjojo, when it comes to parenting, Ọlọ́run fún un láwọn ọmọ tọ́. Tani obìnrin wo ló wà nínú ayé tá à ń gbé tí ò fi ọlá Priscilla tọrọ? Kóun náà jókòó àlàáfíà níjọ́ tọ́mọ ẹ̀ bá ń ṣe nǹkan ẹ̀yẹ. Ọlọ́run fún tọ́. In that area, I agree with Sammyjojo. Mo dẹ̀ gbàdúrà fún Ọlọ́run fún ní ayọ̀ lórí àwọn ọmọ. Téèyàn bá dẹ̀ tiẹ̀ ti láyọ̀ lórí àwọn ọmọ, to hell with everything else anyway. So sometimes, like I always say, it's politics. You might not agree. You might be APC, I might be PDP. Obama said, for those who did not vote for me, I understand. I am your president too. I love his speech. I am not going to be under anybody's duress. Ìyá àti bàbá tó bí mi sáyé tó bá yá a máa jà máa no dáàdi mi ò gbà. A máa jà. Dáàdi no mi ò gbà. Okay, ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan, mo ń lọ lé mi, màá bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ later. Or I'm busy, I'll call you back. People disagree to agree. People disagree to agree. And I have seen àwọn àgbàlagbà alábòsí, àwọn ọmọdé ìṣẹ́, oríṣiríṣi irọ́ from every angle. No matter what, I have been able to èpè tí mo gbọ́ ní orí TikTok, mi ò gbọ́ rí in my entire life. Grandmother mi ta omi. Grandmother mi, ó ta omi. Tí ó jẹ́ pé omi bọ́hò láta, èrò máa kún inú ilé wa báyìí tí wọ́n máa pọn omi, pọn omi. Mi ò gbọ́ èpè tí mo gbọ́ ní orí TikTok yìí, mi ò gbọ́ rí, mi ò ṣẹ́ èpè rí láyé mi. Ìjọ́ tí mo sọ fún my younger brother pé wo pìtìpìtì, ó wé pé níbo ni wọ́n ti ń gbọ́rọ̀ àwọn language yẹn. This TikTok has corrupted. And some nitwits will be saying character. Èèyàn tó ṣe fún òun ní good character, a máa ṣépè, ọwọ́ ọkùnrin ẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀, ògbó máa jó yàrá ìyá ẹ̀. What? I can't even imagine it. Because if you have a good character and you are begotten from a very good home, kò sí bí èèyàn ṣe máa provoke, you should remain your good character. I've been taught to walk away in so many situations. Oh no, and then blow me. Mi ò mọ̀yàn bú débi pé benevolence ní orí tennis platform. Benevolence ẹ pé kò dẹ̀ ní pé ṣẹ́ o. Ẹni sì ò mọ̀yàn bú. The only truth mo ẹ fi pé wẹ́fà sọ láyé ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Mi ì mọ̀yàn bú. Ìgbà tí pé mi ò sí ní ilé tó ti ń búyàn. Mi ò sí ní ilé tó ti ń ṣe aláta omi. The best ni pé màmá máa sọ fún ẹ pé má wá bí wàá pọn mi mọ́. Má lọ. Má wá bí wàá pọn mi mọ́. Grandmother mi ò ṣe èpè rí. And we grew up with our grandmother because our parents were in America. So I can say pé grandma ó bá ń kẹ́ wa. Wọn ò dẹ̀ kì í ṣépè torí wọ́n fi pé fún tọ́ ni o, àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ táwọn òbí wọn filẹ̀ ààyè náà máa bá wọn, àwọn ò lè ṣépè fún ọmọ ọlọ́mọ. Àwọn ò lè ṣe, grandma mi ò ṣépè fún ọmọ ọlọ́mọ rí lójú mi. Ìyá mi àti bàbá mi ò ṣépè fúnra wọn rí. let's even assume pé okay America ló ń gbé ìgbà tá a máa ń wá fún visiting gan ìlú America ò ń ṣe pé fuck you náà nìkan náà ni are you okay ṣó wà alright you know what wà alright ṣépè rí láyé wa táwọn máa ṣépè òbò ìyá ẹ màá dòye ẹ pa màá ṣe kinní kan even if you are brought up from a good home there's nothing that should relegate you to that level. ká tó sọ̀rọ̀ tàì sọ̀rọ̀ ọkùnrin á ti sọ fóbìnrin pé if you help a man bóyá o help ọkùnrin tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ á ní owó okó ló san ó sanwó okó ni ṣègbó fẹ́ dómi ni. This generation is so no wonder Jesus wept. This generation is so rotten. Àti ṣorí ń gbà mí ẹ̀rù bíbà ni. Àgbàlagbà á purọ́, ọmọdé á parọ́. Can you imagine? Kéèyàn sọ wípé ntọ́ afúnyọ̀mí lówó ó ṣe. Can you just imagine? Why can't we be like Paul the Apostle? Speak the truth, regardless of the consequences. Regardless of the consequences. So that tó bá ṣe pé lẹ́yìn tó bá sọ òótọ́ yẹn, ikú máa dé. Wàá mọ̀ wípé yes, there's no man that is righteous, but kán lè wí nípa tèmi pé mo ṣe ìwọ̀n tí mo lè ṣe in as much as it lies in my hands. I have done my best. Can you just imagine? Ìjọ tí Sammyjojo wá síbí tó lóun máa bẹ́ẹ̀lì Wùnmí tó bá tiẹ̀ mú Wùnmí mo ní láíláíláíláí má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Why will Shola K go there and say pé she was confused, she was just like deaf and dumb, kò lè sọ̀rọ̀. Kò sí ẹni tí ò mọ stand mi nínú justice for Mohbad. Why are people just lying and lying and lying? Must they talk if they can speak the truth? Mọ́njọ́lá lọ́njọ́ yẹn ó ní wípé Mọ́njọ́lá lọ́bẹ̀ ó ní Supreme ló kọ́kọ́ dọ̀rọ̀ lẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ pé Mọ́njọ́lá lálà tí kò yé mi ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ. It was something that Mumsy president àbí president Mumsy ló wá dá ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ̀ tí mo ní come again kò yé mi. Ìgbà tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ ó ṣàfẹ́ sọ pé Supreme ní ṣá. So you are just making me too important. Mi ìmọ̀ ń pa gbogbo kìíní. You guys are just a bunch of liars. Torí ẹ̀ ló ṣe jẹ́ pé èmi o tipẹ́tipẹ́ mi ò kí ń lọ church mọ́. I always tell you people here, I used to do religion. Mo wọnú religion lọ nígbà tí mo rí pé no mo wọnú religion lọ pátápátá ni. Mi ò ní tàtú nítorí pé I believe tó bá ti ní tàtú lára you are going to hellfire. Nǹkan believe mi bí sí mo wọ religion dé tó bá ní tàtú lára.
Supreme ṣé mo lè sáré interject mo fẹ́ béèrè question lọ́wọ́ yín ni ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má bínú.
Ó yá sáré béèrè.
Mo fẹ́ béèrè question and the question is this fún àwọn tó ń gbọ́ wa Mr. Andy náà dẹ̀ wà níbà. If you bail anybody.
Tí sọ̀rọ̀ bail sí hold on let's get there let's build it up there.
Ẹni sùúrù mi ò ní time tí èmi náà ní nǹkan tí mo ń ṣe mo ní nǹkan tí mo ń ṣe mo fẹ́ béèrè ni mo ní nǹkan tí mo ń ṣe now. If you bail anybody does it mean the person will not be convicted or tó bá jẹ̀bi tó bá mọ̀ pé òun ló jẹ̀bi does it mean the person will not face trial? They try to explain.
Nobody can just walk up to the police station and bail anybody. It has to mean that person has a bail condition to be met. And you are doesn't mean you are free.
Jojo, let her respond. Jojo, calm down. Let Supreme respond. Okay. You ask a question, please.
I have responded and I have educated people on that. When you bail someone, few things come into play. That means the offense is bailable. The offense is bailable. You have met some certain conditions, and you go there to sit as a shorty for someone. It does not mean the person. Ṣebí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ńgbà kan. Ṣebí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà sì padà ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. Ìgbà tí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà wọ́n sì padà lọ serve sentence ẹ̀gbà tán find it guilty. So because you base somebody does not mean that the person is not going to be convicted eventually if the person is found guilty. So Moti explained it. They want me to throw you away and say Sammyjojo can never be anti-justice in my dictionary. I know his contributions that might not be open to the public. Andy can never be anti-justice. Lára owó tí mo fún Yomi, oh God, may God bless Andy. Because ọjọ́ yẹn long, mo fà á kékọ́rí ni pé Sambada mi ò fún. Andy ya owó de paycheck ẹ̀ ni. Ó ní Supreme, ó dẹ ẹ bá mi fi kún. Mo máa gba paycheck ní Friday, mo ti ná gbogbo paycheck tó wọ́n ti gbà gan. Ó ní ìfikún wá fún mi. Ó gbé èèyàn ń jẹ mí lọ́wọ́ o. Ó ní kí n má worry. Andy added $200 àbí 200,000 torí 400 péré ni mo ní mo máa yọ̀ǹda níjọ́ náà kó tó di pé wọ́n fún mi lọ́rùn. Kéèyàn má ti gba paycheck ẹ̀ kó ti jẹ gbèsè dé ní diaspora. I live in diaspora. Àwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà náà ń gbádùn jù wá lọ. For the mere fact that I will prove it to you. Àwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà, charger mi dà. Àwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà, charger yìí dà. Àwọn náà ń gbádùn ju àwa tá wà ní diaspora lọ. Let me prove it to you, my theory. Àwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà, they pay rent per annum. So tó bá ti fẹ́ san rent ní January, for example, tó struggle tí rówó jọ lọ́wọ́ lágbájá tí rówó jọ tó rí 1 million or whatever their mortgage is or their rent is, tó bá ti san ó tún di ọdún kan gbáko kó tó rántí pé owó lé ọdún mà ti parí, January ti fẹ́ dé, a mà ti wà November, owó lé wọ́n tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rally round. For that alone, ìsinmi oṣù mẹ́wàá náà ní tán ni máa ronú owó ilé. Ìsinmi oṣù mẹ́wàá. Àwa táwa ń diaspora. Oṣooṣù là ń sanwó. Oṣooṣù ni. Wo tí February bá dé báyìí, bàbá wàhálà ni because it's even a short month. February is a very short month. Ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ pé ìjọ́ wo mo ṣì sanwó? Oṣù tuntun parí. What the heck? Nigeria, cause I don't know about now. I think now it's a little different. Nigeria, ó máa wá owó tó máa fi ra mọ́tò ní tó bá ti ra mọ́tò ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Níbí ìgbà wọ́n tó bá wọnú bí wọ́n ti ń ta mọ́tò, wọ́n máa tàn ẹ́ títí tó máa fi gbé mọ́tò jáde ni. Gbèsè ni every month. Tó bá pa oṣù méjì jẹ́, they will repossess the car. Well, let me speak of America. Òun ló difficult láti gbé ju Nigeria lọ. Mi ò rántí jọ́ tán sanwó owó tax rí ní Nàìjíríà ní gbogbo ilé wa tí wọ́n ní Nàìjíríà. Ilé báyìí ò ní san tax. In fact, tax wa ti due, ó wà delayed. Ó ti due báyìí tí mò ń sọ. 7,000 ní property ẹyọ kan. And twice là ń san lọ́dún. Tí n bá fi máa san 7,000 half. Multiply it by 2. I have a property that I will pay $15,000 property tax. Ó ti due báyìí. Lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tí mo sọ yìí, to God Almighty who made me. Ó dẹ̀ ní 1, 2, 3. Ó ní mẹ́ta tí mo máa san. Although the 7,000 one is the most expensive one. So bí mo ṣe wà báyìí, over $10,000 ní bá san ní property tax nínú oṣù táwa yìí kó tó parí. Tó bá ti di ọjọ́ kan ní due date, interest ti gùn. Tó bá di ọjọ́ tó san ní due date yẹn, interest ti gùn. So diaspora, United States is so difficult to live compared to Nigeria. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà Nigeria lè ń gbádùn jù. Ẹ ń gbádùn. So ń gbà mí tẹ́lẹ̀ ọba wá bá mi, màá ní wò ó. Yàtọ̀ sí wẹ́dà àti iná. Mi bá ní kó máa bọ̀ kémi máa bọ̀ Nigeria ká switch place ni. It's not easy. Mo dẹ̀ mọ iye tí mo ti ná nínú justice for Mohbad. It's only a mad man, mad human being ló máa ní pé I'm two-faced, I'm anti-justice. Because even if I am double-faced, I don't have to spend money to sabotage. If I know you need money to do something, if I am double-faced, the best is not to give it to you. Not that I'm so stupid, I will not give it to you to now go and double cross. I repeat it. Nínú òtútù, owó tó yẹ kí n lọ fi jẹ dòdò àtẹ̀yìn, tó yẹ kí n lọ fi ra wíìgì, tó ń pè mí ní wíìgì náà wíìgì, tó yẹ kí n lọ fi ra wíìgì gidi sí orí alábi, kí n lọ fi ṣe kánná. Why do you think I don't do my nails? Because you want to go and do your nails, you will make appointment. You will still make appointment for 10 o'clock. When you get to where you make your appointment for 10 o'clock, then Oshimato no. What the heck, my wife jókòó síbi tí mo ti máa ṣe kọ́nà fún 4 hours. 4 hours. Tí mo fẹ́ wá sanwó fún yín, mi ò ṣe. Mi ráyè lọ máa jókòó síbi kan for 4 hours. I can't. My phone will be doing pa. Lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́wàá. And Yomi Fabiyi is here. Yomi Fabiyi, Alaba. Okay, he just joined. Yomi Fabiyi, you lied. Again, I don't know why you are doing that. Onípe, èmi gba 200, but 100 ni. If I have remembered the 100, tí mo kó fún Sammyjojo, owó tí n bá gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ will have been 1.4 million, àbí kí lẹ̀ ń pè, 1.410,000. Mi ò tiẹ̀ rántí ìyẹn mọ́ rárá gan. Mi ò rántí ẹ̀.
Supreme, can I just explain about that 100,000? Because
Please,
I heard.
go ahead.
I overheard him saying, giving some illustration yesterday, which
And
is
that
all
100,
live.
before you explain, ojú ẹ̀yẹ̀ wọ́n ṣù ara wọn live. I was live. A ní ọ̀ṣà ti jẹun, wọ́n ní jẹun kẹ̀kọ́, àwọn ò tí jẹun, tí jẹun kẹ̀, ó yá, àwọn èèyàn ní ó yá. We just contributed 100,000 on the spot. We sent it to Sammyjojo. Pé kó fi jẹun. Wọ́n ní ìyá Mohbad jókòó sílẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ yẹn. Mo ní ẹ make sure pé ẹ include ìyá Mohbad kí ìyá Mohbad náà jẹun wọn.
Let me even explain. That day, it came along with some, will I say, miscreant. Ó máa ń kọ́ wọn tọ́ọ̀gì kan dání àwọn agbèrò kan. That day, when he came on live, I said, when he was showing the phones, that this is the phone they asked him to buy at Zone 2, where is it, for phone forensic, and we bought the phone, this is the phone here, at our phone here. So, you called that, shorty jẹun, they said no, ó dà pa fẹ́ jẹun gbà yẹn ni, aṣáwà ń bì kan ṣá. You now sent 100,000. And in the instruction was like, we should go to KFC, Tasty, whatever, eatery, kí gbogbo wa lọ after tá bá ti kúrò ńbẹ̀. Let's sit down together, eat whatever we want to eat with that money. That was the instruction. Do you understand that? Tá bá ṣe ti kúrò ní DC office of Interfelori, let us sit down together and eat something good. And this guy just said, no, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Irọ́, ó yá ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pín. Àwọn tó kó dání, ó dẹ̀ instruct me that I should send the money to them. How many were they? Me, Leo, Demola Taiwo, and him, and the rest of the people he came along with. Even himself, òun gan gba 10,000 títí ẹ̀, because bàtà máa ká gbogbo wa, I think we were 10. Do you understand? And I was sending àwọn kan, ó ka gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá kan, ìgbọ́ ẹ̀kan tó ń ṣe agbèrò ní kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ ní onípan. I think I saw that guy one day that he just called me that ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ mọ̀ mí ó wọ aṣọ wọn union yẹn gan ni mo ní mi ò rántí ẹ̀ ó pé àwọn lòún tẹ̀lé Yomi Fabiyi wá. That guy sef collected 10,000 naira. That was how I sent money head to head to head. And I was saying, even before I did that, I said, ẹni sùúrù, wọn ò ní ká pín owó yìí. Do you get it? Wọn ò ní ká pín owó yìí. Wọ́n ní ká jókòó, ká wà ní relaxation, ká jẹun ni, which is common sense. But it was like, no, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀, kọ́ pín. And I followed what he said, okay. And I told you, jẹun o, wọ́n ní ká pín owó o, èmi dẹ̀ ti pín owó fún
ìgbà tí mo bèrè pé receipt nǹkan ṣe mi ò béèrè receipt.
Because that day you said, I must show receipt of what we bought. Do you understand? And I felt like it is common. Yeah. Tí o bá fún yín lówó kẹ́ṣe nǹkan, o láti okay, this is what èlé báyìí ló kù o, bóyá 2,000 lánàá kù o, aṣáàdà nǹkan, aṣáàjọ. But he insisted that the money should be shared. And I called you immediately. This is what he said. And you said, it's fine. Do you understand? So I was so surprised when he was coming up and was saying some other things. He's a born liar. He's a born liar. No, I don't, but he is a born liar. He's gbogbo ara ẹ̀ irọ́ ni. Mr. Andy, I've told Mr. Andy so many things that I discovered that I don't want to
Mr. Andy is aware of all.
Do you understand? Mr. Andy, I'm also when I was going to Panti, there are things they told me about him now. And I will come and tell you that. So where can I explain for when me standing as a shorty? Maybe I don't understand. Some people need to just go and buy sense.
Okay, No. Sammyjojo, stop that. It's okay. Yes. Sammyjojo, stop that, please. Don't shade anybody. Okay. Hold on.
I cannot shade. Okay.
She was there. She was listening. She was confused. Yes.
Supreme, you've explained about the shorty. There's one more thing that I need to add up from what you have explained regarding to shorty. For somebody to stand for somebody, yeah, and it to stand for you, going put life in a risk because TNE basalo toba has come and it to drew as shorty unoma buso. You understand me? That means Sammyjojo himself have put himself in a danger in case the spending to run away. You can continue.
Thank you for that vital information.
Mr. Andy, let me just quickly add to this. Let me give you a scenario. That day at the first year.
Text me. I'm already texting you. Emma Bino. Emma Bino. I'm keeping it cool as much as I can. No more promising, but Emma Bino. Text yẹn ó wọlé ẹ má bínú ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹgbẹ́ wa ń bí ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń bá mi wí ẹ má bínú ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run fọlọ́run bẹ̀yìn ó yá continue.
That day there was a scenario that happened at the first CID. There's this guy that stood as a shorty for somebody, and after the guy secured bail, I think he traveled. They were now calling the guy that was bailed. His number was not going. They called the shorty. The shorty said, now Delta idea waiting happen again, blah 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 blah. And they said by Monday, that was on Friday. The guy said he was in Delta State. They said by Monday you have to report to the first CID. And the officer just hung up the phone. Do you understand? So me standing as a shorty, I know what is at stake. And spending is not running away. He has always complied to everything. He is always ready. Do you understand? He's always ready. And you pa inquest and you pa Panti. I've met him at Panti like twice on a Thursday to my side. Do you understand? I got kina about when spending show nurse nko ani nurse ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ ni o ní pé òun àti nurse òun jọ wá sign on kókó máa wá sign ní Panti. He's not running away. So to some people kiniko, how standing as a shorty for spending destroys justice? How standing as a shorty for spending affected what you are doing? But to their plan is for him to Supreme. I can't pay more. We can't pay more. Active by.
It's okay. Sammyjojo.
Hold on, sir. Can't you active by? spending ò ní lo 4 months nípa àǹtí yẹn
ó ti tó.
kò ní lo 4 months nípa àǹtí yẹn nǹkan tẹ́yìn náà dẹ̀ mọ̀ ní ká ní mo ti ní
kí ló dé
active tí mo ní ìsìn kò ní lo 4 months síbẹ̀.
Supreme ẹ̀ mí ò tiẹ̀ jàre tó bá sálọ tó bá sálọ wọ́n náà máa mú kò ju yẹ lọ bọ́lẹ̀
àbí tó dẹ̀ ti sálọ ní kò ní bí tó náà
bọ́lẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀ tó bá sálọ wọ́n náà máa mú bọ́lẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀ má sọ fún wa pé kò ní sálọ ó sálọ kò sálọ wọ́n náà máa mú bọ́lẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀.
ṣó ti kọ́kọ́ sálọ tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣó ti sálọ tẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ́wọ́ pé
ìwọ má wọrí
ṣó ti sálọ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni.
àní ìwọ má wọrí sẹ́ má má ṣàlàyé yẹn ó gbọ́ Yorùbá ni.
ẹ jọ kí ló dé tí Sammyjojo kì í gbọ́rọ̀ báyìí. ìyá máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ sínú ní ewu lọ́rọ̀ asọ̀sọ́ tó nílò anti-justice ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ̀jẹ̀ tàbá ìwọ́n ti mẹ́mi náà wọ́n ní anti-justice àlèmí àti Supreme pé mò ń gbèjà Supreme wọ́n ti mẹ́mi náà wọ́n ti mú mi mọ́ bó jẹ́ sọ pé ìgbà ńlá dogi wọn anti-justice yẹn mo máa fi hàn bàbá ńlá kú bàbá ńlá wọn bóyá ìgbà tí mò ń bọ̀ wá síbí dádì wọn ló fún mi ní fóònù subscription tí mò ń ṣe every month bàbá ńlá kú bàbá wọn ló ń subscribe fún mi anti-justice yẹn ó ní màá fi pa gbogbo yín ní màá fi pa yín wọ́n ní because mò ń support Supreme lọ́jọ́ tí Sammyjojo ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ní anti-justice ní bí mo dẹ̀ ti gbà anti-justice yẹn màá fi hàn yín léèmọ̀ màá fi wọ́ yín màá fi drag yín bíi BRT tó máa ń káwọn èèyàn láti Òṣòdì dé mile 12 màá fi wọ́ ìyá láyà yín ẹ má ríran wò
ṣó tiẹ̀ ní tọ́mátì ẹ̀ má tẹ̀ jẹ́
ẹ̀yin dìndìnrín láwùjẹ.
ẹ má dá wọn lóhùn unfortunate beings.
ó máa ta yín kú ni mo support Supreme mo support ẹ nìyẹn ẹ̀yin náà kó sí lọ ó láwọn tẹ́ ń support.
You are supporting Jesus Christ who stand on Christ the solid rock the truth ọ̀rọ̀ ta sọ lórí ìkànnì yìí kò ní sí irú ẹyọ kan ṣoṣo báyìí níbẹ̀ àní fi ẹyọ kan báyìí pé méjì mi ò nídìí.
ọjọ́ tẹ̀ dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn àti bá Sammyjojo wù yóò dẹ̀ ti tán ẹ wá mú gbogbo ẹ̀ mẹ́nu. ẹ̀kọ́ gbogbo ló ń fẹ́ sùúrù ẹ lọ tẹ̀kẹ̀ ìzí o.
ìjọba sọ pé òun máa bẹ́ẹ̀lì wù mí ó ní mi ò sọ̀rọ̀ èmi tó jẹ́ pé èmi nìkan ṣoṣo ló kù lórí àwọn tó ń fight fún justice tí mo bóyá èmi àti vengeance ó dẹ̀ ti pẹ́ tí mo ti rí vengeance sí láṣì ń tẹnumọ́ pé àníṣe wù mí ni some all other platform they have mellowed down. They have mellowed down. Èmi mélòó làwọn tẹ́mi láwọn ṣe burial. If you guys are justice fighter, mélòó náà ti ṣe burial fún yín. Mélòó náà ti ṣe burial fún yín. Ẹ̀yin cowards.
Supreme, you hold anybody explanation ẹ lọ gbaná mú. Tí nǹkan tí Supreme tó bá ti sọ tí ò bá ti yé yín ẹ lọ gba iná mú ẹ lọ gba transformer mú.
Ká ní mo rántí 100,000 tí mo fún Sammyjojo owó tí Yomi ò ṣe bá ní receipt èmi kọ́ ló issue owó fún a ní accountant tó ń issue owó ó ní receipt yẹn gbangbangba ní. In fact afterwards Yomi tún padà wá owó tó wà lọ́wọ́ mi ó fẹ́ gbà ó lo gbogbo trick ayé yìí kò jẹ́ mí ni. Ká ní mo rántí 100,000 owó Sammyjojo ni 1.4 ni kò bá jẹ́ 1.4 10,000 orí ẹ̀ yẹn owó POS Rotexsam ló kó sílẹ̀ mo ní èwo ni gbogbo atúnrasanwó POS kò tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ yé mi some things that I don't understand Rotexsam ní àǹtí ẹ ṣàfùn àǹtí ẹ jẹ́ ká fún mo ní no ó ní okay màá fún yín ẹ fi sí i. Là fún yín àǹtí ẹ fi sí fún bó ṣe jẹ́ pé 10,000 gùn nìyẹn and this guy is now saying àwọn ṣe extension come on now báwo la ṣe máa wá rí justice ìgbà tí irọ́ ti pọ̀ jù can a man live by bread alone irọ́ yìí ti pọ̀ jù kódà tí Jésù bá dé ṣáà wá bá ìgbàgbọ́ nínú ayé yìí bí.
ẹ̀ ń sọ ìgbàgbọ́ lórí justice for Mohbad ńkọ́ wọ́n ní ẹni wájú ó máa dèrò ẹ̀yìn ẹni ẹ̀yìn ó máa déwájú.
orí live show mọ́ pé King White kò sí secret ń bẹ̀. The day King White contacted me pé òun fẹ́ bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ ó láwọn tí mo pè pé ẹ wo screenshot yìí o screenshot ni pàápàá kì í ṣe pé ó pè mí. He gave me his number, put his number there pé mo lè contact òun tí màá fẹ́ fóun ní nọ́mbà mi kí n contact òun. And kò sí nta sọ listen African TV máa ń record everybody kò sí tí mo bá yàn sọ ní kọ̀rọ̀ ní Jésù mi ń gbọ́ tí wọ́n lè gbọ́ ní gbangba Jésù Elédùmarè ọba ń gbọ́. African TV máa ń record every auto record ní fóònù ẹ̀ wà. Conversation òun àti lágbájá ó send ẹ̀ sí mi conversation òun àti lágbájá ó send ẹ̀ sí mi conversation almost 4-5 people ló send sí mi. And I'm 100% sure pé conversation èmi àti ẹ̀ náà ó record ẹ̀ but kò wá sendable. Torí tí mo sọ níta ni mo sọ ń kọ̀rọ̀. What you see is what you get. I am not two-faced. Your big gun money conversation wà lọ́wọ́ tó rọ́ máa ń record everybody. Kí Yomi post gbogbo conversation èmi àti ẹ̀. Ó máa ní lọ́wọ́ Yomi do record every torí Yomi record àwọn bossman àwọn gbogbo conversation yẹn ni Yomi play gbogbo time yẹn kí Yomi gbé tèmi àti ẹ̀ náà jáde èmi ò mọ bó ṣe ń record. Ìgbà tí mo fẹ́ record conversation ìyá Mohbad fóònù méjì mo lò mi ò mọ bó ṣe ń record lórí one phone. Kó gbé jáde kí Yomi gbé in fact ibi tí èmi àti Yomi jọkàn Yomi ní òun ò mọ fèsì mi mo ní wáyé tó ṣe mọ fèsì mi mo máa ń show camera náà ó lóun ò rí mi rí pé kí n lọ sí video call mo ní no way mo ní no mo ní no ẹni kó gbé conversation wa jáde mo ní mo máa ń ṣe video call now mo ní picture mi ló wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn that's me. Wọ́n ní okay ẹ má wọlé ẹni kó gbé gbogbo conversation èmi àti èmi ló fún ní copy èmi ló fún lórúkọ tèmi èmi ni mo fún ní every damn thing èmi ló kó fún. ṣe báyìí tá bá tún discuss ní group wọn ni ẹ jẹ́ kí n send ẹ̀ sí màá tún send information sí Yomi gbọ́ báyìí. Èyí tá fi petition King White mo jù sí Yomi kó lè ní copy lọ́wọ́ so mo wá tún wá padà gbẹ̀yìn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá lọ sọ fún King White pé ó máa gbé ẹ o.
Supreme.
Sir.
Let me quickly say this. On this J4M, anyone tó bá pè any double agent tí àwọn follower ẹ̀ náà dẹ̀ agree pé you are a double agent, they need to go back and think with their brain. I will not say more than that.
Ìjọba bá pè mí double agent ṣe fẹ́ nú ẹ̀ do your worst. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ǹtẹ́ bá lè ṣe kẹ́ṣe petition mi ká pàdé Yomi petition mi ká pàdé ní pàǹtí ká pàdé ní court. Ìgbà táwa fẹ́ má jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ jù petition mi jẹ́ ká pàdé ní court because wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ ń lọ yóò lè ṣì dé stage yẹn gan. Petition me sọ pé èmi double agent then you will have me to contend with gbogbo ràdàràdà ń sìn tó ń ṣe ràdàràdà ni. Just because you want money. Àwa fi owó wa ṣe ni. May the good Lord continue to bless Rotexsam, Andy, Crunchy Queen, Mr. K tí máa ti pè báyìí pé I must not miss Mommy Lighton. Mo ń báyọ̀ kan sọ̀rọ̀ ọjọ́ kan etí mi tẹ̀ ó add some people to the group ni Mommy Lighton ní pé ṣó ti yá ká dáwọ́ ni ṣó ti yá mo ní kí dáwọ́ for what? Dáwọ́ for what? Tí máa ti pè Mr. K hello Mr. K èlò lẹ need mi ṣé mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ owó sí i ni wọ́n ní ṣèbí justice for Mohbad náà ni owó ló máa yọ jáde níjọ 500 prime boy owó tá a fi ṣe owó tó ń fi sue police Jokem ló kólẹ̀ 950,000 naira Jokem ló kólẹ̀. Owó tó fi sue the other lawsuit ní àwọn tá sue èmi ló kólẹ̀. Èmi ni mo kólẹ̀. Tí ò bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ kí ogun ọ̀run kó fìyà jẹ mí. Tá bá ti ní ìdówó $1,000 máa ń ṣẹ́ mi ń ṣe owó pé òkè wọ́n ní ìdí kìíní jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ ṣẹ́ 200 jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ ṣẹ́ kìíní eléyìí tí mo sì sọ pé àwọn èèyàn kan ní ìdówó tó fẹ́ ṣe patí $1,000 ni mo ṣẹ́ 1,435,000 naira ni mo fi ṣẹ́. Mi ń ṣe owó kélekèle téèyàn kan bá ti má ti fẹ́ fún èèyàn kan lówó báyìí máa rò pé okay 1,000 nìyẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Káfíyàn bí kúkú sàn ìdámẹ́wàá in church mo máa ń wé pé ara ìdámẹ́wàá mi nìyẹn káfíyàn sàká torí I've stopped paying tithes gbà tí mo ti rí gbogbo àṣírí church. Níjẹta àbí ń jọ̀wọ́ ń bí báyìí $1,000 ni mo ṣẹ́ sílé. Mo ti fún àwọn kan ní 5 mo ti fún àwọn kan ní 450 mo ti fún ó dẹ̀ ṣì kù. Ọdún wa ń ta mi ìdẹ̀ ní kéèyàn sáré wọ inú inbox mi wá. Torí mo pé ọdún wa ń ta mo sì máa láwọn tí pé ok ẹ fún lágbájá báyìí nílé ẹ fún mo ti sanwó mi nìyẹn $1,000 tútù lọ nìyẹn. A mọ̀ pé a ti ṣe ìtọrẹ àánú torí I'd rather be a giver than a beggar. And I am an extension of God's mercy. I am an extension of God's hand. Mo dẹ̀ ní receipt gbogbo bí mo ṣe ń ṣẹ́ wọ́n $1,000 ni mo ní.
Supreme ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run nígbà tẹ ẹ ó dẹ̀
báwọn mailbox mi wá pé Supreme o àwọn ọmọ yín o mo mọ ọmọ tí mo bí.
Supreme nígbà tẹ ní kí èèyàn fún nígbà tó ní kéèyàn dáwó padà tó ò sẹ́ǹdì receipt tó jẹ́ pé lẹ́tà ló sẹ́ǹdì.
Ìyẹn ti lọ.
Bóyá kẹka lẹ́tà yẹn fún wa kàṣẹ. Ẹ̀ka lẹ́tà fún wa.
Wọ́n ká ẹni tí ẹ fi Supreme àti ẹni tí wọ́n jọ ń jà sówó.
Kí ni problem ẹ
Sammyjojo kí ló ń ṣe yín gan-an ẹ tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ o.
Mo máa ja bọ́ǹsì ẹ filẹ̀.
Ẹ máa lọ drag ya.
Don't play ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ o.
$1,000 lèmi máa ń gbé sílẹ̀. Níjẹta ìjọ́wọ́ ni jẹ́ kí n lọ ìjọ́wọ́ mu remit ni mo lò. Màá fún yín ní exact date. Remit òun dà. Òun rè ń bì.
Ẹni tó bá ti wá ní inbox Supreme wọ́n máa ṣàṣì blocking.
Ṣàṣì blocking mo máa gbé jáde ni mi ò ní secret. Mi ò ní secret.
Ọlọ́run máa gbé yín jáde ni ẹ má wá o.
Máa gbé ẹ jáde ni nítorí máa sọ wrong kìíní mo rò yẹn. Mo máa gbé jáde ni má wà ní inbox mi because mi ò fún àwọn aráalé gan lówó nítorí pé owó wà nílé fún wọn owó rent àwọn náà ń gbà so mi kì í fún wọn lówó. Ohun rẹ̀ ń sìn PA mi ni mo ṣòwò sí jọ̀wọ́ ni mo ṣe ohun rẹ̀ last transaction November 17 $1,000.
Èmi fẹ́ bọ́lẹ̀ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ bọ́lẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ní jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ mo fẹ́ bọ́lẹ̀.
Ẹ jára yín ẹ bọ́lẹ̀ ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jára yín bọ́lẹ̀ ẹ má lọ ẹ lọ bá àwọn bébì yín nílé.
1,436,000 ni mo fi ṣẹ́ November 17 òun ni mo ṣe November 17 ni mo ṣe. Aláàánú làwa máa ń fi owó ṣàánú ni kì í ṣe pé ó pọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run ń bàṣírí. You know, we rise by lifting others.
Supreme nígbà tí ẹ sọ fún wa sí ká má wá sínú bọ́ọ̀sì yín ká wá gbowó ọdún ṣé ẹ ń lé wa nìyẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Ẹni bá ti wá inbox mi máa gbé jáde ni.
À ń bọ̀ nínú bọ́ọ̀sì yín nǹkan tí mo wá sọ nìyẹn mo ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ mo ń bọ̀ nínú bọ́ọ̀sì yín wá gbowó ọdún ẹ ti fà wá sí rìn.
So àwa à ń ṣe táwọn kan sẹ pé she might deny it in fact owó yẹn mo sì pe Susan lánàá pé Susan ṣé in fact ṣé jẹ́ǹjì yẹn ti confam ẹ̀ mi tiẹ̀ mọ́ tó ń sọ because ó yẹ pé mo sùn lórí kọ́ọ̀lù yẹn gan ni I don't even know how she responded ó ní well as far as maybe we have the receipt there is no problem ó dà pé nǹkan tó fi fún mi lésìn nìyẹn I don't care on the 17 ìjẹta ń bí báyìí $1,000 ni mo ṣiṣẹ́ 1,000 ni mo ṣiṣẹ́ níjẹta. Tẹ́yàn kan wá ń sọ pé èmi pa 100 lè yẹ kówó yẹn jẹ́, she lied, she collected 200 instead of 100 léèmí. Omi ti wà ní àgbọn kójò tó rọ̀, mo bá owó ńlẹ̀ ni. Mi ò gbé ní mẹ́rẹ́ǹtì rí. Nàìjíríà or Amẹ́ríkà, mi ò gbé ní mẹ́rẹ́ǹtì rí. Lówó. We are not rich. I'm not from a wealthy family. But we are very contented family ni mo ti wá. Very, tó bá sọ pé kéèyàn ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn. Torí ẹ̀ ló ṣe gbé wíìgì tí mò ń wọ̀ ó tẹ́ mi lọ́rùn. Mi ò ever kẹgbẹ́ rí. Mi ò bá wọn dá aṣọ pé wọ́n ń ṣe patí wọ́n mú aṣọ rí. Sámbàdà ò lè rí mi kí n bá wọn mú aṣọ. Wọn ò fi kọ́ mi rárá. Aṣọ tí n bá nílé tẹ́ bá ti ní kò jáṣọ kò jẹsẹ̀ mo máa jókòó sínú ilé mi ni. I'm a very disciplined with very good character. Mi ò sùn pé àwọn èèyàn kọrí báyìí mo kọrí mi síbẹ̀. So it only take a stupid human being to be calling me someone of no character. Mi ò báyàn daṣọ, mi ò báyàn wọ àǹkóòrí láyé mi. Kò bá star mi lọ. Tẹ́ bá gbé wá tó bá jẹ́ni tí mi ò lè kọ́ fún, mo lè gbà á kí n rà á. Ṣùgbọ́n mi ò ní wọ̀ níjọ́ tó bá ń ṣe patí. N tí n bá nílé ni mo máa wọ̀. Tí ò bá tẹ́ yín lọ́rùn, màá jókòó sílé mi. Tí patí jollof rice bá wù mí sè, tó bá wù mí jẹ. Tí n bá sè é, tí n bá get taste patí jollof rice, màá lọ order ẹ̀ ń tà. When they talk about somebody that is very comfortable ní inú ilé ẹ̀, èmi ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Mi wá gọ́lágo ṣiṣẹ́. Mi ń kó ọ̀rẹ́. Mi ń kẹ́gbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́. Àwọn lágbájá ṣe nǹkan báyìí mo fẹ́ ṣe. I don't compete with anybody. Wọ́n fẹ́ gba glory ni, wọ́n fẹ́ gba star ni, wọ́n fẹ́ gba kinní kan ni. Stupidity. That is the definition of stupidity. Competition ni competition pẹ̀lú tani àti tani níwájú tani. Compete for what? Ipa wa lọ gba justice ni. Mo fún Yomi 500,000 naira now. Yes, ó ti sọ padà fún mi. Yes. But if I was competing with him, I wouldn't have give him the money to give him a boost. Kí n fi boost it forward. Mo believe pé àwọn onígbà wo ní gbọ́wọ́ ni. I wanted to. If I was competing, mi ní gbọ́ pé African TV kó wá. Gbogbo nǹkan tá kọ, orúkọ ẹ̀ la kọ sí. He didn't even know when we wrote any of those petitions. He didn't know when I wrote a letter to Ekiti. He was not aware. If the Ekiti stuff went well, I had no problem with that. So only morons we say, kọ́lẹ̀ láwọn náà ṣe, kọ́lẹ̀ láwọn náà ṣe kíni. A ti ṣe dẹ́ndẹ́ mẹ́wàá yàyà mẹ́fà. That is, Rotexsam wrote a letter to the governor, Sanwo-Olu. I think he responded, if I'm not mistaken, to Rotexsam. If I am not mistaken, Shabositawa Soni, the chief judge, do you know how many letters we wrote against Shotobi? We want her to recuse herself. Tag but àwa sọ, àwa la ṣe báyìí. Gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ń bo ló já sí. Níbo ni gbogbo ẹ̀ já sí náà? Why can't we just stay on our lanes? Can you do your own quota? Do your own quota. Kéèyàn kan dẹ̀ wá kó dẹ̀ pa irọ́ kàbìtì irọ́ tó ní proof tó jẹ́ pé mo lè tẹ́ndà gbogbo receipt tá fi send owó gbogbo account tí Yomi fi gbowó a lè send mo lè tẹ́ndà ẹ̀. And the last one, even the last one tó gbà tó fẹ́ bèrè mi tó ní tí mo sọ pé never, no way, I'm not releasing it. Why are we like this? Why are we like this? I was saying, the enemies, they want to self-destruction of what? She's going on the path of self-destruction on what? On justice for Mohbad? Oh, it's very absurd. Ilé not to be me. If I mention my family name, my father was one of the, not my father, my grandfather was one of the pioneer of Railway Corporation, Ebute Metta. My father went everywhere with, not my father, my grandfather.